Hi, my name is Rowell, and this is my wife Danielle, and this is our '67 Chevy C10. My brother was in search of a classic truck that he wanted to rebuild and restore. He had been looking on Craigslist, online, and found this truck in the city of Torrance. He called me up one day, we took a look at it, and it was in pretty rough shape. It originally came from Tennessee, and my brother's vision of this truck was to lower it, air ride it, and let it lay frame. He asked me if I wanted to build this project with him. I've never done a frame-off restoration, let alone an air ride truck, and we decided, yeah, let's do it. The theme of the truck was to originally take the original body, all the rust, the whole bed, and put it on a new chassis. We ended up with a chop and block front and back half kit, put it onto the original stock chassis, welded it together, and used the stock 12-bolt rear end, and ended up with 22-inch wheels. We did the LS swap. It's got a 5.3 LS out of a '99 Silverado. It's running a Holley Terminator kit. We used the stock KYBs that came with the chop and block kit. Drove that around for about a week and figured out that it was way too spongy. There was no suspension. So I came across Aldan by my buddy Clyde from 817 Motorsports. He had suggested that I look into Aldan suspension for numerous reasons. One, the adjustability of the shocks. Two, they were American made, and three, they were a great looking product. So I reached out, contacted them, went down, picked up a set. I brought the set home, we installed them, and they were so easy to dial in. It was literally about an hour of driving the truck and dialing in the settings to where it doesn't jump, it doesn't bounce, it stays pretty much where it needs to be. I could take corners and not feel a whole lot of body roll. The suspension in the rear is not bouncing with the four-link. It's very tame, but yet it's stiff and rigid in the same sense. So what were your thoughts about the suspension after we put the Aldans on? Before, it was really bad. The ride was very spongy, and then right when we switched them out, we rode it down to Bob's Big Boy in Burbank, and the ride it completely changed. Much smoother, more comfortable. You didn't bounce everywhere. It was a really controlled, nice ride. Night and day difference. Night and day. Even on these California freeways, it just absorbs all the wear and tear. Our bed's open, so you can definitely see the suspension working all the time if you just look behind you. Look in the back of the bed, you'll see the shocks are working, the four links working. I have a lot of friends to thank. They know who they are. Joe Granatelli built our 3-inch oval stainless exhaust, and he also did our final tune. My brother, who spent a lot of time building this truck, it's a backyard build. You know, it was built in our backyard. We stripped it down. We didn't have a lift. We were on our backs. We're running the airlift. Very happy with our wheel choice. We always get compliments on the open bed for some reason. I think it's because you see everything that's going on suspension-wise. You see our fuel cell, the air tank, but again, it's a blacked out chassis, and we've got the polished Aldan shocks, which definitely stands out. So I became so addicted with these trucks that I'm now in the process of building a '59 Chevy Apache fleet side. Plan on doing same chassis from chop and block with an LT motor in it. Gonna use Aldan shocks again. But let's talk about my truck first. That's supposed to already be here, the 2014 Chevy. Oh, your Silverado. Yes. Right. That's supposed to be coming over to get some new coilovers and new shocks, because my ride is really bad. The bed has no sponge to it at all. It bounces the whole entire time I'm all over these freeways. With your Silverado, I think the Aldans are gonna be a great setup. I'm looking forward to that. It'll be good. Once it gets out of the shop and into the shop. After building these 3 trucks, the '67 C10, the '59 Apache fleet side, and the 2014 Silverado with the Aldan American shocks, it's amazing. And we look forward to our future builds with using Aldan American, and it's great to be part of this family. Everyone is like a brother and sister. You can call them and you can ask them questions. They'll be more than happy to answer them for you right away.